Once upon a time, far beyond the rainbow, there was a tiny kingdom filled with strange and wonderful birds. Some wheeled gracefully over snow-capped mountains. Some flew so low over the ocean, their wings were always wet with spray. Others played tag in rolling valleys. But the strangest bird of all was one that had never been seen, the mythical Firebird. Here in the land of the Firebird lived three brothers. Michael, the eldest, the strongest of the three, but the laziest. Rupert, the second brother, was not quite so lazy, but was trusted by no one. The youngest brother, Timothy, was neither lazy nor dishonest. In fact, he was the best liked of all three. Sometimes, though, Timothy was known to boast, a practice that occasionally led him into trouble. One night, a strange drama began to unfold. Shortly before midnight, Michael, Rupert, and Timothy set out in search of a thief. Someone or something was stealing their wheat. Lazy Michael simply wished the thief would go away and leave them alone. Untrusting Rupert felt certain that the thief was someone from a nearby village. But Timothy suspected the thief to be none other than the mysterious, elusive Firebird. For several minutes, all three looked in vain. Then Michael and Rupert, who were always taking advantage of their youngest brother, suggested that Timothy remain on guard while they nap in the haystack. It made a comfortable bed.
You, Timothy, you've been boasting about being able to count every star.
We've decided that you should stay up and count them while we take a little nap.
And don't forget to watch for the thief.
Yes, and if you get your hands on him, don't you dare to let him go.
Timothy made his way to a lonely tree in the midst of the meadow, there to face single-handedly whatever danger might arise.
Well, I guess I did brag about it. Oh, well. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are millions of them. 5, 6. What a beautiful night. But it seems a shame to waste it just sitting here waiting for a thief. Look! It looks like a shooting star. It isn't. It's a horse. Who's been stealing all our grain. I'll never let you go.
The magic horse discovered Timothy's kindness while flying through a rain cloud. The boy scooped up a hatful of rain and offered a cool drink.
You must let me go, Timothy. I would perish quickly if I were forced to remain on Earth. Let me go, and I will reward you well, for I am queen of the magic herd. I will even give you 2 of my magic horses to sell in the marketplace. I'll call them. Beautiful. But I can't let you go. What would my brothers... A pony. Yes. He is one of the most precious creatures in all the kingdom of the magic herd, for he brings good fortune to his master. But I will give him to you, too, if only you will let me go.
Well, I do want this magic pony.
You must promise to take good care of my lovely horses.
Oh, they'll be the best-kept horses in all the land. I promise.
Farewell.
Goodbye and thank you. Hey, please stay out of our wheat field.
Dawn came, and all over the meadow, flowers were waking from their dewy sleep. The haystack seemed to be waking too. Michael and Rupert yawned, then realized that they were thirsty.
Oh, there's nothing like a nip.
Oh, there's nothing like a sip.
Oh, there's nothing like a drink to put you in the pink. Oh, there's nothing like a nip
Oh, there's nothing like a sip.
of intoxicating wine to start the day off fine.
Unnoticed, Michael and Rupert watched Timothy begin his morning chores, leaving his magic horses momentarily unguarded.
Say, what's this?
I don't know where Timothy got those horses, but I do know we need money for wine.
I wonder how much money we might get if we sold them in the marketplace.
Later that morning, Timothy returned with water for his magic horses, little suspecting the treachery of his own brothers.
Look at that sunlight, Magic Pony. Oh, what a wonderful morning to own such wonderful horses. They're gone. Oh. Maybe I didn't take good enough care of them, and the queen of the magic herd came and took them away. It was my own fault. I boasted and said they'd be the best-kept horses in all the land.
It's not your fault, Timothy. The queen wouldn't take your horses back. And this is surely not her hat.
It's my brother's. Oh, what can I do?
Have you forgotten so soon that I am here to help you? We can catch up with your brothers at the marketplace. Just hop on my back and hurry.
Hey, you lost something.
Timothy might have felt less like joking if he had known the magic pony was heading right for the lost forest. Here lived the so-called sparkling peacock, the mysterious firebird.
Hey, what's that? Stop! Let's go closer. Something sparkling. Looks like a feather. I'm going to take it with me. Whee! I've got it. Oh, the most beautiful feather I've ever seen. I wonder what sort of a bird it belongs. Do you know, Magic Pony?
It's a feather of a sparkling peacock. It brings trouble to everybody who touches it.
I'll touch you with it.
I wish you would pay more attention to me, Timothy. It may glow like a million fireflies, but I warn you, it can cause you more trouble than a million locusts.
Oh, look. The flowers think it's daylight.
It will mean trouble for both of us.
That's silly. Anyway, I've got you to get me out of trouble, haven't I?
If you won't listen to me, Timothy, even my magic powers won't help.
Please don't worry, little pony.
Meanwhile, in the marketplace,
Saddles? Stop and see my hand-stitched saddles. Hey!
Cloth for sale. Buy my finest handloom woolens.
Won't anybody stop and feel my silky sables?
They won't stop. They all seem to be going someplace.
Say, boy, where is everybody rushing?
To see the horses, the wonderful horses.
Horses? Go look at horses. You think they smell better than my cheeses?
today the king himself had come to the market.
Even the foolish king has heard about the horses. And his evil soothsayer, too.
That silly fool is sure to want them.
Oh, what pretty animals. I love those tails. And that hair. They are the loveliest creatures I have ever seen. Do you two lowly peasants dare to own such royal horses? Aha! You don't answer. Well, no matter who did own them, I own them now. And who would try to refuse to give them to the king? Well,
Me. Me.
You sweet little boy. You do want to give them to the king, don't you?
Not unless the king gives me something.
Timothy, by taunting the king, was actually risking his life.
What do you want? Oh,
10 hatfuls of silver. They're easily worth 10,000.
1, 2, 10. Oh, they're really not worth 10,000, are they? You little boaster? I'll take them. It's a bargain. Here, shake. Slaves, bring out my silver. I've got lots of it, you know. Come here with your cap. Give him 10.
10?
They're really worth 10,000, you fool. Go get them for me.
I'm the only one in the whole kingdom they'll obey. Whoa!
really mean you're the only one in the whole kingdom? Is that so? Well, then you have to become my stable master at once. You will have an a pretty uniform, and maybe a little spending money. You will love it.
Well, I think I'd like to take a look at the uniform first.
Slave, the uniform.
Sire, I warn you. I foresee disaster if you take this boaster into your castle. Heed what I say.
Stupid fool! Go read your tea leaves. You weren't even able to come near those horses. Oh, come now. You will say yes, won't you? Maybe I can scrape up a little more spending money.
Well, Magic Pony, we're on our way to the castle.
What a fool he made me appear to be. I will have to get rid of that little braggart before he gets rid of me. I must.
Thus, Timothy became the royal stable master and might have lived happily ever after, had it not been for the king's evil counselor.
There he sits, playing with the pigeons all day long, while I am forced to do all the dirty jobs around the castle. Yet those horses are so well kept. How can he do it? He must be getting help from some evil spirit. I've waited long enough now for his boasting to get him into trouble with the king. Now I'll have to do something about it myself. I know. I'll sneak into the stable tonight while nobody is looking, and I'll watch every move he makes. Maybe I can trap the little boaster.
Well, Magic Pony, I guess it's time to groom the horses by the light of the sparkling feather. Light glow. I bet I could capture a live sparkling peacock if I wanted to and light up the whole castle. Oh, what a fine maid. But I think a little combing won't do it any harm. You know I want you to look your best all the time so the soothsayer will have nothing at all to complain about to the king. How proud I was of you today when he tried to make you bold. Fine mane. The king calls it your hair. What a fine head of hair, he says. He's such a silly old fool, he doesn't deserve to own such wonderful horses.
What about me?
Wonderful as the horses are, my magic pony, you know that you're still dearer to me. I've got to say.
You'll have trouble explaining this to the king.
Losing no time, the soothsayer, jealous of his young rival, stole at once to the royal palace, where the king was still asleep.
Your Majesty, Your Majesty, I have told you all along that that boy is a liar and a braggart. Here is the evil spirit that was doing all his work for him. A feather from the sparkling peacock.
Here, give it to me. Tickles.
Not only that, Your Majesty, but I overheard him calling you a silly old fool and boasting that he could actually capture one of the peacocks and bring it here.
That little braggart. I'll show him. Slave, bring my stable master here at once.
Say, what's the matter?
Come over here. I've heard some shocking things about you. Simply shocking. You've been hiding something from your king and allowing it to do all your work for you. This feather, where is it? Of the sparkling peacock.
Somebody stole it. I beg your pardon, sir, but I did no wrong. I only used to light the stables at night. I only used it to light the stables at night.
There is more to it than just that. You also boasted that you could capture a live sparkling peacock. Such bragging. It can't be tolerated. I won't stand for it. As punishment, I order you to bring me a live sparkling peacock. Yes, a live sparkling peacock.
But that's impossible. You know that it is.
That's right, you little boaster. But gallows will be waiting for you if you fail to bring one back to me. Take your hat and get out of here. And don't you dare show your face around my... Nobody can call me a silly old fool.
Nobody can call him a silly old fool.
Don't cry, Timothy. It really isn't that bad. Something can surely be done.
I guess it's my own fault again. I should never have boasted and bragged. Oh, what can I do?
Have you forgotten about me again? I can help you, but you should really stop your boasting.
Oh, I'll try.
Well, I know of only one way to capture a sparkling peacock. You must get 2 tubs and enough white wheat and honey to fill one of them. Then we can be on our way to the land of the sparkling peacock.
Timothy was relieved and prepared to set out the following morning to capture a sparkling peacock, a firebird, deep in the lost forest. Following the instructions of his magic pony, Timothy began to set a trap for firebirds. Into a wooden tub, he poured a delicious nectar of grain and honey. Then, as evening approached, Timothy could see from his hiding place what no mortal had ever witnessed, an entire flock of firebirds. They were taking Timothy's bait. The nectar worked a special charm. In sheer joy, the sparkling peacocks began to perform the rarest spectacle on earth, the fabled dance of the firebirds.
You know, I sort of hoped Timothy would do it. And I did so on the peacock.
Have you forgotten so soon? He called you, the king, a silly old fool. Tell the guards to take one last look for him, and then I can start building the gallows.
See him? The king requests a report on the whereabouts of Timothy.
Report to the king that Timothy has not yet appeared on my horizon.
No. Well, it looks like I won't be getting my sparkling peacock after all. You win, soothsayer. Go build your gallows.
First, I'll tie the knot very carefully. Then I'll make sure to draw it tight around your nasty little neck. And then I'll be able to watch you swing. Back and forth, and once and for all, I'll be rid of you. Sinister slave of the evil spirits. And Where is your sparkling peacock? I'll see you hanging from this gallows before the day is over.
The bird, Your Majesty.
You mean you really caught me a sparkling peacock? I'm flabbergasted. I don't believe it. Open the sack.
In just 1 minute. First, let me tell you how easy it was for me. All I did was whisper, "Come to Timothy, come to Timothy." And the bird simply...
I can't wait. I must see it right now. Slaves, close all the shutters. He's running away with my bird.
Right this way. Bring him right in here.
I haven't laughed as much as this since my court jester escaped. How can I ever reward you for this? Wait. I know. I'll make you my prime minister. Slaves, the uniform.
In a uniform like this, I can do anything. If ever there's anything special you want done, Your Majesty, just ask your new Prime Minister.
Prime Minister. And me in a cage. The indignity of it. And they all laughed. I must do something. That boy must be dealt with somehow. I'll wait for my change.
In a land far off, where the oceans meet and the tides are born, lives the loveliest maiden of them all. People whisper that she possesses strange and glorious powers. Some men even claim to have seen her walk over the white-capped waves. They call her the Moon Maiden, and all who see her love her. But such beauty is fit only for a king.
The old words fell like hammers on the ears of the evil soothsayer. A new scheme was being mapped, a scheme to do away with Timothy.
At last I have a way. The king will certainly believe me because the boy is such a boaster. Ah, Mr. Prime Minister.
At that moment, a strange scene was underway in the royal bathhouse. A pair of brushes scrubbed vigorously at a heap of royal suds. Beneath the royal suds was none other than His Royal Majesty himself, the king. As for the royal brushes, they were wielded by the royal bathmasters. Such was the scheme of things in royal households long ago. Each servant had a particular duty to perform, and none other. Thus, the bathmasters had nothing more to do than bathe the king once a week. Small wonder, then, that every servant at the palace longed to be made a bathmaster. In this way, jealousies grew. So it was that the soothsayer envied Timothy's role and sought to put him in disfavor with the king. But at this particular moment, the soothsayer was treading on slippery ground and was himself incurring the king's displeasure.
1,000 pardons, sire, but I just heard something which cannot wait. Your Prime Minister is boasting again. But this time he is also ambitious. He brags that he knows where he can find the Moon Maiden, the most beautiful girl in any kingdom, fit only for a king. And he wants her not for you, but for himself.
Well, my dear Prime Minister, I've been hearing stories of your boasting again, but now it is even more serious, you nasty boy. I hear that you know where to find the most beautiful maiden of them all, fit only for me. And you want this Moon Maiden for yourself.
What are you talking about? I never even heard of the Moon Maiden. Must be that evil soothsayer.
Don't lie to me, you boastful ambish. Bad boy, I've heard you brag often enough. What the soothsayer says must be true. I order you to go out and bring that Moon Maiden back to me. And if you don't, the gallows will be waiting for you again, and this time it will be used.
Once again, the magic pony came to Timothy's rescue, for the pony knew where to find the mysterious Moon Maiden. The next day, laden with a desert tent, a lute, and a rare assortment of delicate sweets, 7th Ocean of the North. Was set. Nothing happened that night, and Timothy began to think his mission a failure. But the following dawn,
Even the bird lover.
Come on, Timothy. Let's go.
By now, winter had come to the tiny kingdom beyond the rainbow. It was a happy time. Soon it would be Christmas, and throughout the land, tidings of joy. In the excitement, nearly everyone had forgotten about Timothy. But there were those who had not forgotten. Timothy's magic horses had not. Neither had the king, nor his evil soothsayer.
Majesty, why not let me build the gallows now? Here it is winter already, and he has still not returned. He must have failed miserably and is hiding in order to escape the penalty. It is time to send your guards to drag him back.
What beauty!
Clearly the king was smitten.
He has managed to do it again.
You have lovely hands and lovely eyes. You have a lovely back. Please, you must be my queen. Now that I have seen you, I must have you for myself. Since I first saw you in the sleigh, my love for you has flowered. In fact, your beauty can be compared only to the beauty of a flower. A petunia to bloom among all my riches.
Riches aren't everything. You're much too old.
I may be old, but I'm athletic.
Athletics are not everything either. Anyway, you could never survive the magic ordeal.
Ordeal? What is an ordeal anyway? But whatever it is, I can certainly do it for you.
There is only one way that the Moon Maiden can ever be wed, and I'll tell it to you now.
Please do.
Many men have wanted me, but all have failed to win me so far. You see, the man I marry must be able to survive the ordeal of the 3 kettles. If you are brave enough to risk your life in the attempt, tomorrow at dawn bring to the marketplace 3 kettles, large enough to hold a man. Fill the first with boiling milk, but it must be steaming hot. Fill the second with boiling water, and the third kettle must be filled to the brim with ice-cold water. Then you must bathe in all 3 of them in order to win me. That's the only way it can be done. First, the boiling milk, then the boiling water, and finally the ice-cold water. But you really do not have to try it if you are nervous. I'm sure there must be some younger man in your kingdom willing to live. It is Just jump into the car. I will be your bride, if you survive.
Don't worry, sire. Timothy has been boasting that he can do anything you ask him to do. Well, now we can give him a chance to go through the ordeal first. If he doesn't live, well, there's nothing lost.
The king was pleased with the idea.
Tomorrow morning, my dear Prime Minister, I'm going to allow you to make good your boast. You may have the honor of taking a bath for me. 3 of them, in fact. 1 in boiling milk, 1 in boiling water, and the other in ice-cold water.
That means you're sending me to my death. Well, I refuse to do it. I'm not a lobster to be boiled alive. Well, I think the idea's crazy anyway, and I certainly won't do it.
You ungrateful boaster! Take him to the dungeon. Here I give you a chance to be of service to your king, a chance to make up for all the boasting you have done, and you refuse. Well, you're going to do it, whether you want to or not.
You foolish king. A cruel old man like you doesn't deserve to rule this land. Well, Magic Pony, I'm finally paying for all my silly boasting. Oh, I never thought it would end so badly. Oh, I never thought I'd be boiled alive.
I see you finally realize the folly of your foolish words. But I can still help you if once and for all you stop boasting.
Oh, I promise. I promise.
Well then, I am one of the few who knows the secret of the ordeal of the 3 kettles. And now that you have made your promise, I am free to use my knowledge. So tomorrow, ask the king to let you say a final farewell to me. He won't refuse. And please, don't worry, Timothy.
It's so cold it turns my fingers into icicles.
And your beard, too, if you don't watch out.
It's hot enough to turn this lobster red.
All ready, my little Prime Minister? Come on now, take off your clothes and do me this little favor.
Hurry, 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 hurry.
I'll take the bath for you, Your Majesty, for the last time. He's the only friend I have.
Well, all right.
That won't fetch him today, huh?
If the heat doesn't kill him, the cold will.
Hurry now. Even the pony has probably left you.
magical powers, the faithful pony charged the first two kettles with a potent charm. At the third kettle, he instilled a stroke of life itself.
If he can do it, so can I.
King Timothy, you have won the hand of the Moon Maiden.
Here I go.
As the new king's bride walked across the snow-covered fields, the Moon Maiden threw her enchanted ring before her. It turned winter into spring, ugliness into beauty, just as King Timothy was soon to turn the tears of his subjects into laughter. For Timothy was to become the best, the kindest king ever in that faraway land beyond the rainbow, the land of the mythical firemen.